Hines. Iowa State basketball gets reminded of life on the road in Big 12. You forgot what they felt like, didn't you? After Iowa State basketball's gritty, come-from-behind road wins, the top 10 victories, the blowouts, and all the dang fun that comes with it, I bet you forgot. But I'm guessing the frustration, helplessness, and anger that comes with losing just hit like a Mack truck, huh? Yeah, that's no fun, is it? That feeling, though, the one after you saw no. Iowa State and its 12-game winning streak with a 64-57 loss in Morgantown to no. 25 West Virginia is a familiar one. Not just for Iowa State, of course, but for every top 5, top 10, top 25, and top 364 team in the country. You go on the road in the conference, you get smacked around, and you come home with an L. It's as universal as anything in this wild and wonderful game. Iowa State was always going to find itself in this position at some point this season, and the WVU Coliseum, a place where Iowa State last won during the Obama administration, is as likely as any. The Cyclones were in a tough spot, on the road in a tough environment against a good team, down a starter, and as it looked watching on ESPN plus back in Des Moines, playing a step slow after an emotional win against Kansas 3 days ago. This is why conference play, especially Big 12 play, is so dang hard. It is ruthless. It is cutthroat. It is merciless. You're a bit tired? One of your guys is hurt? You've been on a draining run of games? Oh, that's too bad, the home team says as it sharpens its knife. If you don't come with near your best stuff, a good team is going to beat you. And Iowa State did not have its best stuff Saturday. Milan Momcilovic's absence was felt in a major way. It was exactly the way you would have imagined when news broke this week that the sophomore would be out indefinitely with a hand injury. West Virginia was able to shrink its defense and dare Iowa State to shoot, and the Cyclones obliged, to the tune of 1 of 17 from beyond the arc. If you got ringing in your ears, it very well could be from all the clanks blaring through your TP on Saturday evening. The Mountaineers, meanwhile, were 9 of 27 from long range. The math just gets so much more difficult when your opponent is outpacing you that much from beyond the line. Beyond that, the Cyclones just looked a little lethargic. Don't mistake that for saying they didn't play with effort. I'm not questioning that. I'm saying they just looked slow, fatigued, sloppy. That, I think, contributed to committing 14 turnovers while forcing just 9. That's not Iowa State basketball, especially when it allows the other team to win fast break points 19-2. All of these things are unsurprising, predictable even. Playing without Momcilovic is going to make offense harder, especially when a lot of those minutes are going to go to Nate Hines, who has struggled to make any sort of consistent positive offensive impact. Still, I take even odds that Saturday night is a low point for the offense. This group is still talented on that end of the floor. Playing in the Big 12 twice a week as the league frontrunner, a Final Four favorite, and a national champion aspirant, well, that's going to get exhausting. It's taxing physically and mentally, and tough games like Saturday will likely happen more than once over 2.5 months. Let's not forget the other teams have guys on scholarship and they're trying to win too. West Virginia now has wins over Kansas, Gonzaga, Arizona, and Iowa State. I think Darian DeVries learned a thing or two about coaching up in Appleton. Also, beating West Virginia on the night it honors the late, great logo himself, Jerry West. I mean, that's a tall order. But Iowa State's schedule is pretty favorable the rest of the way in the new unbalanced Big 12. This stuff is just so incredibly hard, is what I'm saying, and you're just not going to play well some nights and get beat. But Iowa State is still a Big 12 favorite, a Final Four threat, and a national champion possibility. We knew we were going to have to play at our best, and unfortunately we didn't, and they had a lot to do with that. Otzelberger told reporters afterward. Down the stretch, it felt like we had plays and opportunities that we normally convert, that unfortunately we weren't able to. And the crowd, the environment, and the atmosphere when you're not converting those plays takes a little bit of the wind out of your sails. I don't really think of Iowa State any differently Saturday night as I did Saturday morning. The things that can get them beat, especially over the next 4 to 6 weeks with Momcilovic on the bench, just went from theoretical to reality.